So we're on this Fisker. That's what I'm looking at. And this is a Fisker. So for those of you who do not know what a Fisker is, with these big 20-some inch wheels, 22-inch wheels. And it's a hybrid. This is the electric pump. So if we look here, look at the coolant hoses. You can see this hot. This one is warm. This one is cold. You can see that in the picture there. And if we go over to the heat exchanger, you can see where the heat exchanger is warm and the heat exchanger is cold. Let's take a closer look here. You can see the cold refrigerant. And if you look down here, you can see the hot refrigerant and the cold refrigerant. So there's our hot liquid, there's our cold. There's our expansion valve going into the plate heat exchanger that has the glycol going through it. And you can see where it's entering and it's colder on top, or entering, it's actually, oh, let me get the temperatures correct here. It's hard to do this because it's made out of aluminum and it's very reflective. But you can see the cold refrigerant entering right here. You can see the hot coolant entering right here, and it goes through the plate heat exchanger, and every one of these little stripes is a separation, and in between, half of it is liquid coolant going in one direction, and half of it is liquid or a vapor refrigerant cooling like an expansion going in the other direction. Look at that pump. You can see the condenser down there. So what you're seeing back there is the condenser that's really hot right now. Not really hot, only 94 degrees. This is an electric Denso compressor. So this uses ND8. It's just like a Toyota. Nothing more than a Toyota. I have never had any problems on these Fisker compressors or AC systems. This was actually the first one. It had a leak down here. You see that solenoid right there? I'm pointing where that sticker is. My finger is on top. Let me see, I get a better view. They had to take the bumper off to get to it. But there was actually a leak at this fitting at that O-ring. And I have never experienced a leak yet on one of these Fiskers. I've never experienced a leaking condenser. I've never experienced a leaking or a damaged compressor from natural causes. You have the guys who do the jack-off cans into them and overfill them and take out a compressor or something like that, but that's not natural causes. That's murdered. That's not natural death. Oh, this is really cold. Really, really cold. Okay. See the condensation here, it's starting to get wet. And on this Fisker, what do we got going on here? That's stabilized out, all right. Okay guys, that's all I wanted to show you really, was a plate heat exchanger with refrigerant with the glycol loop. And so we get to see the water pump, and we get to see the plate heat exchanger. We get to see the temperature differences. Calibrating. There we go. You can see the contrast now. All right, I'll catch you guys later.